The fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has enabled hundreds of thousands of Palestinians to make the journey from southern to northern Gaza to return to their homes or what remains of them. The war has leveled much of the landscape, and more than 48,000 Palestinians are dead, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. The United Nations says 1.9 million people, that's 90% of Gaza's population, have been displaced, and 70% of the buildings there have been damaged or destroyed. Those who've returned have been shocked by the utter devastation, including Tala Herzallah, a 22-year-old university student from Gaza City. Matt Gutman has her story.
This is the hall I was supposed to graduate from. I've dreamed of this day with my family and siblings and my professors. This place was always colorful. Everything now is black.
This is Gaza after 16 months of war. Mounds of dust and rubble replaced the buildings and the lives here, including the Islamic University of Gaza. And now, thanks to a fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, 22-year-old Palestinian Tala Herzallah, a star student, is returning to the ruins of her education.
I was supposed to stand there. I was supposed to see my parents here sitting and clapping for me. This is our cap. I was supposed to wear it. I'm here and I'm back to the rubble, to the empty chairs. I'm here to say that I'm about to graduate, but with nothing.
And nothing remains of Tala's home either. She brought her local team in Gaza to its ruins, the apartment block leveled by Israeli bombardment.
I only recognize a wall from my home. It's just one wall. Otherwise, everything is just disappeared, as if it wasn't there.
It's the very same place where we first spoke with Tala.
Oh my God.
Just days after Israel declared war on Hamas, the atrocities committed on October 7th.
The situation is very hard. No words can describe what we are living right now. Things are getting worse day by day, minute by minute.
With international journalists then and now prevented from entering Gaza, Tala brought us the realities of the war firsthand, as the world she knew rapidly collapsed around her.
In 1 second, we decided to leave our house and to go to the nearest hospital.
We're moving under the bomb.
Tala was displaced 6 times, spending the latter part of the war in crowded houses and tents. And amid the constant search for shelter in southern Gaza, Tala sought stability in her books, her desk, her education.
I'll try to find a scholarship or anything to complete my university degree. I'll start to find anything that gives me power to complete.
Surrounded by the few belongings she was able to take with her, she recalled the pain of losing family.
I lost 7 cousins with their families in this war. I can't find pure happiness. Every happiness is mixed with something sad. I don't want to remember these days. I don't want to remember how much I suffered, because no human beings can tolerate and bear this much of pain and suffering.
Tala now lives with relatives, and she says she's grateful to have 4 walls, a roof, real shelter.
I want my Gaza. I want the one before 7th October. I want the one that I left its roads and buildings and everything.
But on that day, Hamas legions invaded Israel. Members of other terrorist groups followed, as did thousands of civilians. Almost 1,200 Israelis were killed and 251 people taken hostage, not just by militants, but also by civilians. The current ceasefire and hostage release has made it possible for hundreds of thousands of Gazans to try to make it home. But the vast majority of Gaza's infrastructure is in ruins, with a further threat of unexploded ordnance and additional victims buried in the rubble. And the challenge of rebuilding seems almost unimaginable.
We are strong enough to build it again. We need a lot of machines and other stuff.
Tala rejects President Trump's proposal that Gazans leave while the land is redeveloped.
To President Trump and any person who wants to plan for our people, stay aside and give us the opportunities and the tools, and to leave us in this place alone. No one will do what we will do for our land.
Tala doesn't know if she'll be able to graduate this year. She does have a scholarship waiting for her at Earlham College in Indiana, if she can get there. But no matter where she ends up, she says her future is right here in Gaza.
I will return here, to work here, to live here, and to have my small family maybe in the future here. I see the future of Gaza in the hands of Gazans.
So many like Tala determined to stay there in Gaza. Our thanks to Mac Upman for that.